Hello, welcome to Podcast vs. Player. Another review, this time the FiFine AM8T. And this was very kindly provided to us by FiFine, but it in no way influenced what I think about this. FiFine are no strangers to bringing excellent microphones at interestingly competitive prices, and the new AM8T is no different, coming in at around $76.99. The AM8T is at a pretty enticing price point if you're looking at getting a dynamic microphone, especially a dual USB XLR combination one. Design-wise, the AM8T sports quite a boxy design rather than a cylinder one, and that helps it stand out, I think. So this ring around the bottom is actually a RGB light, which you can control with a button that's around here. Somewhere, no I'm not, it's the other side, it's this side. But it's a touch to use button, so you just tap it once and it'll cycle through different options, and if you hold it down it'll turn it off, but only if you are connected via USB-C, which I'm not, I'm connected by XLR. The AM8T was also given the 2023 Red Dot Design Awards, so clearly I'm not the only one that thinks this thing looks pretty cool. The AM8T comes bundled with a boom arm, much more welcome addition compared to the usual desktop stand that's normally included with most microphones. And whilst it isn't revolutionary, it's more than capable of getting you up and running straight from the box, providing you're either using the included USB-C cable or you have your own XLR cable ready. No XLR is included. So one thing I am waiting on FiFine to come to the table with is its own software. So companies like Elgato, Rode, Maono, just name a few, they all have their own dedicated software for their microphones. And this controls audio things like equalization and stuff like that, but it also allows you to control the RGB. I think this would be a great addition to FiFine's ever-growing gallery of devices. I don't know how easy it is to make this kind of software, so I'm not going to comment on it too much, but I think it would be a good idea for them. So we have dedicated control dials on the body for gain and headphone volume with an RGB light control button, as I mentioned, and that's all on the one side, and a touch to mute button over on the other side. Now again, this only works when plugged in via USB-C, not XLR. So the AM8T itself is plastic, whereas the yoke, which is this bit here, is metal. And I mean, this feels completely robust and it attaches very easily to the boom arm. It's just that plasticky feel of the mic itself doesn't make it feel as premium as something like this, which is FiFine's K688. Now, I love this microphone. I think it's absolutely tremendous. And it just feels a lot more premium, but it is also more expensive, so that's probably to be expected as well. Speaking of the K688, the AM8T shares the same capsule, and because it's the same capsule and it's still not as recessed, it means it shares the same minor drawbacks as the K688. So because it's not fully recessed from the grill, it means it's not as good as rejected plosives, but by just being a little bit further away. So things like Podcast vs. Player, Peter Piper, Pick to Pepper should help those plosives a little bit more, whereas if you're a bit closer to it, Peter Piper, Pick to Pepper, Podcast vs. Player. So as with the K688, I think one of the best benefits of these kind of microphones is you're getting a very good dynamic microphone that's excellent for stuff like podcasts and stuff like that. But you are getting a USB and XLR combo microphone. So if you don't have a mixer or an audio interface, you can still use it. You can plug it into your PC, you can plug it into your laptop. If you get an adapter, you can plug it into your phone. It's good to go straight out of the box. However, if you have an audio interface or you have a mixer, you can use it via XLR and get far better quality out of it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to switch over to the USB-C so you can see what that sounds like as well. Right, so I've now switched over to USB-C connector so we can use the touch to mute. Tap it again and it comes back on. So you know when it's muted, you've got a green light. It's all muted, so you've got a green light. I carried on talking even though it was muted like an idiot. So underneath here, there's also a button for your RGB light. So if you do want it on, you just touch it like this. Oh, now it's all fancy. And then you can just tap it and cycle through different colors. RGB aplenty. So using the different modes you've got on here, I still think it would be better to control the RGB from dedicated software on your computer, but it's handy having the buttons on here. So underneath here, there's all it once and it'll cycle through different options. And if you hold it, so if you do want it on, only if you are connected via USB-C, which I'm not, I'm connected by XLR. But I think this is a genuinely very good microphone and I do 100% recommend it. However, given the choice, I would still choose the K688. Overall, I really like the AM8T and it's a great USB XLR combo microphone. Sounds great, although plosive rejection is still an issue with the capsule not being recessed enough. But it's still a solid mic, and if you're looking to upgrade from a USB microphone, or even if you're after another XLR mic, it's definitely worth checking out. But you can go to podcastversusplayer.com, where you can see more on this particular microphone, as well as other reviews that we've done, and Let's Plays and podcasts and other things. And we will see you on the next one. Bye!